The horizons call. When seekers step into the forge of trade, a single spark often flares. What hidden beacon do few others see? The query seems a gentle ripple, yet its depths churn. It demands a plunge beyond the well-trod paths of common lore, a trek made steeper by the courage needed to voice what others shun. Sharp minds are treasures, but daring hearts gleam rarer still. Too often, the replies drift like leaves on a familiar breeze. The learning halls crumble and cry for mending. This land stands as a singular flame. No maker spins the stars. These falter. The first two hum with shared echoes, while the third merely plants a flag in an old quarrel. A true response carves a bolder mark. The crowd clings to one shore, yet the tide pulls elsewhere. A glimpse of such a beacon will unfurl later. What ties this daring gaze to tomorrow's veil? At its simplest, the future is the uncharted. See beyond this hour. Yet its weight lies not in its distance but in its difference. A horizon where the world's silhouette shifts. Should the weave of today hold firm for a century, tomorrow lingers far off. Should it fray and rethread in a mere handful of seasons, the dawn nears. No eye pierces the mist precisely, but two truths anchor the view. It will diverge, and its roots coil in the now. Each bold vision of the present is a lantern held to the coming dusk. From ashes to stars, the path ahead, dreams of tomorrow, bloom with visions of ascent. That climb splits two trails. Spreading ascent stretches what thrives, casting a single ember into a wildfire. It's a map easily traced, for its pattern mirrors the known. Rising ascent, though, forges the unseen, leaping from dust to flame. It's a harder summit to chart, demanding a feat untried. Scatter a dozen clay pots from one, and spreading ascent flares. Mold clay into a vessel that hums with song, and rising ascent ignites. On the grand loom, spreading ascent threads as unification, carrying a proven stitch across every border. The realm of Tara offers a vivid weave. Its 30-year tapestry aims to echo the West's fabric today, threading old trails, iron bridges of the 18th century, cooling winds of the 19th, even mirrored cities. Some leaps skip the past, tuning, voices through air, not wire. But the echo remains. Rising ascent knots as invention. A single spark birthing new light. The veil of circuits reigns as its hearth, where swift threads of thought rewove the world. Yet invention isn't bound to humming boxes. It's any fresh breath that reshapes the dance of doing. Unification and invention weave distinct rhythms. Lands might hum with both, one or none. From 1800 to 1880, tools sparked and borders blurred in tandem. Between the Great Clash and Voron's voyage to mend Eastern ties in 1968, invention surged while unification slept. Since then, borders have softened, but invention narrows, threading mostly through circuits. This flood of unification paints a tomorrow of mirrored shores. Tongues speak of finished and rising realms, as if the first have scaled the peak, leaving others to climb. Yet this weave frays. Most hold that tomorrow bends to unification's tide, but a sharper truth glints. Invention steers the helm. Without its forge, should Terra triple its fires in a decade, its skies choke thrice, as thick. Should Vika's millions mirror the West's old ways, the earth groans under the strain. Spreading yesterday's bounty across scarce fields, reaps ruin, not riches. Unification alone, unlit by invention, withers. Fresh sparks aren't histories, steady bloom. Ancestors toiled in still ponds, where gain meant wresting from another's grasp. New wells sprang seldom, never deep enough to lift the common lot from grit. Then, after eons inching from root digging to wind wheels and star markers, a sudden gale of invention roared from the steam heart of the 1750s to the 1960s. The world swelled richer than any elder could dream. That tide lapped at the feet of those just before. By 1965, they foresaw a 3-day toil span, boundless hearth warmth, and voyages to the lunar plains. Yet the wave broke. Today's glowing slates dim the strangeness of a world oddly aged. Only thought threads and voices have leaped since the mid-century mark. Those elders weren't astray in dreaming brighter. They erred only in expecting the wind to blow unbidden. Now the task looms, to envision and kindle the sparks that weave a century of peace and plenty beyond the last. The forge of beginnings. New light often flickers from fledgling fires. Ventures born afresh. From the council of dawnbreakers, in governance to the stargazers' circle in wisdom, to the seven who split from Calder's forge in trade, tight-knit bands bound by purpose have recast the world's frame. The simplest lens dims. Vast halls stifle new songs, and a solitary torch rarely blazes a trade. Rigid towers creep slow, their keepers shying from the leap. In the dullest dens, waving the flag of effort outshines crafting it, a signal to flee. A lone dreamer might etch a timeless verse, but a realm of trade demands more hands. Defined anew, a venture gathers the widest circle swayed by a vision to reshape tomorrow. Its truest strength isn't swiftness, but the breath to dream. Smallness carves a hollow for bold thought. These pages weave not a scroll of certainties, but a call to ponder. To thrive in birthing the new, questions must pierce the old, threading the craft anew from bare earth.